Integrated Metallurgical Inventory and Accounting Management Solution, IA2M. Digital transformation is happening everywhere, and the metallurgical industry is not the exception. With a solid background for the application of standard procedures and practices for the management of inventory and accounting information as defined by the AMIRA P754 code, AVEVA, Pimsoft, and Contac engineers have been working on an integrated solution capable of handling inventory management, production accounting, and data reconciliation, providing a solid framework for the performance of best practices employed to identify accurately operational information required to make valuable decisions. This presentation covers the different areas of the solutions, its product architecture, solution modeling, notification points, data integration, and validation.
Hello everybody. Thank you for attending our Integrated Metallurgical and Accounting Management Solution presentation. My name is Carlos Perez. I am currently Pimsoft Business Development Manager for Latin America and the Caribbean. With me will be Marcos Rios Contalva from AVEVA Chile and Felipe Criper Mitrano from Contac Ingenieros. During the last 2 years, we have been working on a joint solution to provide an integrated metallurgical inventory and accounting management solution, which we have called the IA2M, which stands for Inventory and Accounting for Metallurgical Management. Our solution envisions the need to comply with the 10 principles of the AMIRA P754 code using our company's products and business expertise, covering trace inventory and material movements, along with the workflows approval process with the AVEVA products and the mass balance and production accounting with the Pimsoft solution for the validation, reconciliation, and conditioning of data.
These are the areas that are covered by the AVEVA portfolio. The AVEVA solutions are designed to meet the entire life cycle of the industry, starting the conceptual design, moving to the engineering and simulation, and ending with the optimization of the value chain. In the M sector, AVEVA has a strong and visible presence, mainly in operation control and asset performance, and the optimization and execution of the production operation. All this on a foundation that allows you to collect, store, and contextualize information that come from the real time from your production plants. As you can see here, in highlighted in red, the production management sits in the heart of the day-to-day operation and production optimization, providing the crucial link between the vast quantity of operational data in information management platform and the enterprise visualization and control capabilities of the Unified Operations Center. So, what is AVEVA Production Management? Well, AVEVA Production Management was formerly known in the world as Ampla, that is the right name, and it is an AMIA solution that was specifically designed for continuous process industry, and in particular for mining minerals and metals. AVEVA Production Management includes several modules or features configurables that allow you to enable a better decision making, reduce the production cost, and facilitate a better planning. Also includes some open APIs for extensions and integration with the other AVEVA solutions and third-party solutions designed for the mining. AVEVA Production Management includes, as part of the suite, a data collector, in this case OPC HDA, OPCDA, historians, files, database, that kind of connector to collect the information from your plants, use all the modes that you have here in this image in the below, the downtime, production, metrics, energy, etc. And we have also the integration services that I was talking about that will allow you to connect or extend the solution to the other features or other customization required, or connect this solution with another third-party solution, for example, SAP, planning schedule, work task is the other solution that we were talking about in this presentation, and etc. Well, what is the benefit to have this kind of solution in the industry? Well, with AVEVA Production Management, will allow you to combine in just one software these three famous sentences that probably you use in your normal day or your normal operation. Be more productive, more accurate, or more sustainable. And how will you do that? Well, basically increasing the operational efficiency, reducing the rework and quality giveaway, to have a better business decision making, and finally, you will have a single version of the tool. Here you have in the performance operation, you can use the KPIs of your equipment. In the sustainability operation, you will have, for example, information related with the consumption of the water, or what is the KPI related with that. And finally, in the inventory and material accounting, you will have the traceability about how the material is moving across your value chain. The last AVEVA software that we will talking about in this presentation is AVEVA Veritas. And what is this software? Well, this very interesting tool is a digital framework to model, execute, monitor, and analyze industrial work process and standard operation procedure, basically to replace the inefficient paperwork and moving that to a digital solution, empowering the workers to execute the work and the data collection more efficient, connecting the work with orchestrated access and assigned tasks and related context information, reducing the no compliance and the human error through the procedure enforcement, data entry validation for triggering, corrective action, and the full audit trail, and continues improving the process and procedures with notification and visibility into the work schedule issues, performance KPIs.
Following the AVEVA software components, what is about Sigmafine? Our vision is to address the collection of field data from sensors, analyzers, material movements, and the properties and attributes assigned to the elements of a Sigmafine model that represents the client production facility, with the objective to validate, reconcile, and condition the required data. Keeping in mind, we will concentrate on minimizing consumption and production uncertainties to create a solid mass balance and production accounting set of results that will work at the foundation of the decision-making platform. Data reconciliation and material tracking are the fundamental elements for a good mass balance analysis in the metallurgical field. There is no doubt about how Sigmafine improves the quality of the data and the information generated. But also, we can include as part of our value proposition a solution that is measurement-centric to provide a single version of the truth, scalable across the value chain to provide flexibility of analysis and adaptability to future expansions, industry agnostic to cover new application scenarios with the capability of being extensible to address use cases of several processes of the metallurgical industry, and seamless integration. Today, we can include data from data historians, planning scheduling systems, movement systems, ERPs, LIMS, business intelligence, and more.
Hi, I am Felipe Gripper from Contac Ingenieros. Contac Ingenieros is dedicated to the development of technologies, methodologies, and specialized service for operation and asset management. We want to become a strategic partner during the entire life cycle of the system, from the initial conception to the implementation, support, and evolutionary development. Our vision is to be considered by our customers as a preferred strategic partner in adoption of automation, data analytics, and industrial IT technology. Contac is a Chilean company with more than 14 years in the market. We have been a strategic partner of Pimsoft for more than 10 years. We have 25-year relationship with Osisoft, and we are mainly dedicated to the integration and construction of industrial IT systems.
As it was mentioned before, our technological target with the IA2M is to provide a solution that complies with the 10 principles of the AMIRA P754 code. In a nutshell, a solution that provides accurate data, supported by an environment consistent and transparent, able to inform what and from where the data is coming, enabling the mine to have clear and well-documented accounting procedures that allows and facilitates regular internal and external audits, able to provide accounting results on time, setting a transparent process to authorize information, able to generate data, integrating information from as many data sources as possible, targeting high accuracy for the different measurements, with the control of intermediate steps, able to support the verification of information, and finally, the flexibility to quickly eliminate and reduce errors to acceptable levels. The IA2M architecture is divided into 5 layers. At the bottom, we can find the production and main information comprising the different data sources of the metallurgical plant. It includes grade control system, drilling and blasting data, movements and production inventory applications, data integration applications, lab data, and web bridges. On the top of it, we have the integration layer that covers the different processes required to collect the data from those production systems, able to import data from different types and protocols. We can include among them SOA system, web services, flat files, and different type of data historian. We consider this layer open to being customized to the client needs. On the AVEVA production management, we have the inventory tracking, production movements, production integration, and plan and target functionality. On the balancing and approval layer, we have the Sigmafine with the mass balance and data reconciliation processes, and the AVEVA workflow management for the approval escalation and data entry. On the top is the executive visualization layer where reports and dashboard functionalities are located.
In the first level of the IA2M architecture, we can find the AVEVA production management, who is responsible to collect all the data required for inventory and balance from the integration layer in order to track the materials in the process change, get the inputs and outputs of the equipment that are required for a balance, get the quality events, and provide information related with the planning of the production. AVEVA Production Management, or AMPLA, offers a simple interface and different standard views to analyze the movement collected from the data sources. In these examples, we have the client of production, AVEVA Production Management, called AVEVA Production Analyst, showing different ways how the information can be displayed in different modes, in graphics, in tables, mixed mode, etc. Now, moving on to the second level of the architecture, we can find the other AVEVA product mentioned before, AVEVA Workdesk, who have the responsibility to provide a simple interface to collect the manual data entry that require the approval process, for example, a survey for inventory adjustment, or on the other hand, create the workflow to provide the approval process of the mass balance report generated by Sigmafine. These two functionalities are synchronized between AMPLA, who is the receiver of the approved manual data entry, and Sigmafine, the provider of the mass balance report. The actors in any approval process are established in the configuration tool of AVEVA Workdesk in order to set the escalation mode, the notification of each action, etc.
The solution uses the standard Sigmafine components and the by OEM components. AVEVA Ampla data is imported using the Sigmafine integration framework. This data is immediately stored at the local OEM by data archive. Following this strategy, we assure that the Sigmafine is consistent with the imported case data and the model with no implication regarding the different data sources. Also, this keeps an existing Sigmafine model ready to be linked as part of the new IA2M. Sigmafine is configured with the two analyses, mass and component balance. Currently, the end-user interface is done with the Escritorio de Balance desktop, but there are plans to integrate this functionality into the new Sigmafine Hub.
Okay, thank you. I will talk about Sigmafine Modeling. This stage starts with meeting with the customer to define the main process flow and inventory to be modeled. For this case, we use the component balance for metallurgical purpose, but Sigmafine has different analysis rules that allow to do, for example, water on energy balance. Information on the available meters and the main report used in metallurgical accounting is usually requested. With this information in hand, the first model is designed and iterated until a model that satisfies all the information requirements. With the model approved by the client comes the construction stage, where we implemented what was designed in by analysis framework. Here is very important that all definitions are clear, since they will be transformed into analysis and attributed to be used in the model. Once the construction is finished, comes the most important part, which is the testing. where using historical data, we will validate that the balance results are consistent with the physics of the process. This is an iterative process that can result to small modification of the model that could not be detected in the design stage.
The Sigmafine-Ampla Integration is set up on Microsoft SQL Server and the PI.Data archive using the Pimsoft integration framework. A set of interfaces are dedicated to periodically update the data archive with the data from the daily case that is going to be processed and the data validated and updated in the Ampla environment. There are two types of interfaces, one type that runs periodically at selected times and another that can be triggered on demand from the client application, allowing the update of information immediately after correction. The imported information can be grouped by location, by type. It can be like inventory type of data, movement type of data, survey data, material, lab properties, or plant forecast data.
To conclude the presentation, we will summarize the result and benefit of the solution. Ampla centralizes all flow and inventory data from the entire value chain, allowing to start the balance process with validated and consistent information. This added to the flexibility of Sigmafine thus allows to perform rebalance by areas, minimize the risk of not complying the delivered data. Another important benefit is that the centralized and validated information enables the generation of application and reportability with a single source for the entire company. With this, we close our presentation. Thank you very much.